Long ago, in the land of Egypt, the Israelites lived as slaves under the harsh rule of Pharaoh. Fearing their growing numbers, Pharaoh ordered all newborn Hebrew boys to be killed. But one baby's mother refused to give up hope. She placed her son in a basket and set him afloat on the Nile River, trusting God to protect him. The basket drifted into the hands of Pharaoh's daughter, who raised the child as her own, naming him Moses. As Moses grew older, he saw the suffering of his people and felt a deep connection to them. One day, he saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew slave. In a moment of anger, Moses struck the Egyptian and killed him. Fearing punishment, he fled Egypt and settled in the land of Midian, where he lived as a shepherd and married a woman named Zipporah. One day, while tending sheep near Mount Horeb, Moses saw something extraordinary, a bush that burned but was not consumed. From the flames, God called to Moses, saying, "I have heard the cries of my people. Go to Pharaoh and lead the Israelites out of Egypt." Though Moses doubted himself, God promised to guide him and gave him signs to show Pharaoh. With his brother Aaron by his side, Moses went to Pharaoh and declared, "Let my people go." But Pharaoh's heart was hard, and he refused. Then God sent 10 terrible plagues upon Egypt, turning water to blood, sending swarms of locusts, and even covering the land in darkness. Finally, after the death of Egypt's firstborn sons, including Pharaoh's own child, Pharaoh let the Israelites go. The Israelites began their journey to freedom, but Pharaoh changed his mind and sent his army up. At the Red Sea, the people were trapped, until Moses raised his staff, and God parted the waters. The Israelites crossed on dry ground, and when Pharaoh's army followed, the waters returned, swallowing them whole. God had delivered his people. The journey to the promised land was long and difficult. In the wilderness, the Israelites grew hungry and thirsty, but God provided for them, sending manna from heaven and water from the rock. Yet the people often doubted, and Moses reminded them to trust in God's plan. At Mount Sinai, God made a covenant with his people. He gave Moses the 10 Commandments, laws to guide them in their new life of freedom. But when Moses returned from the mountain, he found the Israelites worshipping a golden calf. Heartbroken, he pleaded with God to forgive them, and God showed mercy. After 40 years in the wilderness, the Israelites reached the edge of the promised land. Though Moses was not allowed to enter, God showed him the land from Mount Nebo. Moses blessed the people and passed his leadership to Joshua. Then Moses died, and the Israelites prepared to step into the land God had promised them. The story of Moses is one of faith, courage, and God's unfailing love. Through Moses, God showed that no matter how great the challenge, he will always lead his people to freedom.